And what it do, YouTube? You know it's still oh my bad, y'all. What it do, YouTube? You know it's still live, and we back with another one, man. And we going right back off into another Michael Jordan video. I just did a Giannis video on from this same page, and this is Michael Jordan's obsession video. So we're gonna get right off into this, man, and see what it is.
I'm only doing it because it is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way. Break.
Man, he's tearing up at the fact that a lot of people same with Kobe. Like a lot of people hated playing with Mike and thought he was a dick, but he played with this in mindset that it was win no matter what. And he's literally tearing up talking about this. That's crazy.
Break.
That's actually insane.
You know, basketball is my love, always have been, and I can't ever, envision an ending of something like that. You know, that passion that I have for the game until I'm dead and gone. Until that's when it's, I could wait. I'm not in a rush.
What's triumph mean? What do you associate with triumph?
Winning. All the time, winning.
3, that's enough, isn't it?
Enough for you?
Enough for you.
No, it's never enough. It's
Okay.
never enough as long as you compete. You know, it's always great to win. That's why you compete. And I think, we're going to certainly try to do this for the 4th time. But right now, the 3rd time, there's a lot of good work.
You know what I mean? You're hungry or you're full yet?
He said, "Isn't 3 enough? Enough? Oh, it ain't ever enough."
No, you feel yourself getting full because each time that you win, it takes away a little bit of that hunger, which is a challenge within itself. It's a battle within your mind to find a challenge to go to that same place that you've been 5 times before, and that's hard. When people say, well, the first one was the hardest, no, the last one was the hardest because you're battling with yourself. If I can really elaborate on why
Well, the last one's also the hardest because, like, look at Kobe and Shaq. They swept through the first 3 pretty much, but that 4th one, when your teams get together, there's emotions and stuff, and it's hard to keep a team together that long. So, yeah, the last one, the 6th one, of course, that's going to be the hardest. Your bodies are not, your bodies are tired. Just everything. You're exhausted. Your bodies are tired. You're older. You're not in your prime no more. This isn't 1990, 1991, 92 Bulls no more. This is 1998 Bulls. They're older. They're tired. They've been every year. It's just boom, 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 boom. Championship, championship, championship. So over time, you get exhausted.
Said myself more so than another athlete is that because a lot of times I had to battle with myself to keep challenging myself. That to me was why I would say that the biggest battle was myself, because when you get to a certain pinnacle, you got to find some ways to keep going out there for 82 games.
Do you think you have a gambling problem at all?
No,
Cap. Stop the cap, MJ.
because I can stop gambling. I have a competition problem. A competitive problem. Now, we can compete for $1, we can compete for $10 or whatever, but it's the matter of competing. It's
So do you
not
compete based upon who can pay, how much they can pay?
No, it's not the matter of who can pay and who. If you just say, let's play for $10.
Yeah, if we play
you don't
Monopoly.
have to pay me. It
Okay,
doesn't matter.
okay.
If you don't have
Oh,
to
I
pay
would
me.
pay you, though. You would not have that on me. You would not be saying I didn't pay you,
But,
okay?
it was just a matter of the competition that I enjoyed. And
Let me ask you this.
Kevin used to take practices and put me in the starting 5. And he'd make it a competitive thing where the losing team have to run. So now
It probably is a competitive thing, but MJ definitely had a fucking gambling problem. Stop the cap, MJ. You're my GOAT, bro, but stop the cap.
I'm on the winning team, and halfway in the game, halfway in the situation, he would switch me to the losing team. So I take that as a competitive thing by you trying to test me. And by 9 times out of 10, the second team would come back and win no matter what he did.
And you still want to do that as a pro when you leave basketball?
Yeah, I do. A lot of people say I couldn't do it, which is more energy for me to try to do it. It just drives me when people say I can't do anything. That means I'm gonna certainly try to achieve it even harder.
My competitive drive is far greater than anyone else that I've met. You know, I think
who was he screaming? I've seen that play, but who the fuck is he screaming at?
my competitive drive
Who's on the ground?
far greater than anyone
I wonder who's on the ground. They're getting a freaking face full of MJ spit.
else that I've met. You know, I think that I thrive on that. I think that's my biggest motivation in life. You know, is to compete. You know, find different competitions in certain things in life and try to overcome that. You know, be it positive or negative. But I have yet to meet someone who is as competitive as me. You know, and I just feel that much confident about my competitive drive.
I just think that I have the habits of working hard. I always been taught that to reach a goal that in life that you want, you have to work hard to get to it. And so far, I just, have that in mind. Determination, what your motives are, what your ambitions were from the beginning. It's been a lot of soul searching in terms of it's easy to sit back and say, well, I've given my best. I'm tired. Somebody else got to do it or whatever. I didn't take that approach. I thought positively and said whatever I could do, every little inch of energy that I have, I'm going to try to provide for this team. I mean, if you give up, then they give up. So
Facts. Even when you're tired, you just got to keep playing. Like, he's like, even though I'm tired, man, like, I'm going to try to do anything I can, whether that's diving for a loose ball or just grabbing a rebound, like showing them that we're still in this,
I don't want to give up. No matter how sick I was, or how tired I was, or how, low on energy I was, I felt the obligation, to my team, to the city of Chicago to go out and give that extra effort so that we could be here for the 5th championship.
I miss players that were like this, man. No load management, no sitting out for little injuries. You get hurt, man. If it's not a bad injury, fucking get your ass back out there and play.
How's the transition been from college to the Olympic experience and now to the NBA?
Well, I think it's been pretty easy. I think the Olympic was kind of pre-professional level. It was fast-paced, it was physical, and that's just the type of NBA game is. And, coming on this level is a brand new start for me, and I have to start from the bottom and work my way up. So, I think the hard work is ahead of me, and I'm willing to take on that challenge and go out and play the best I can.
Have you got enough left to carry this team if you have to carry them?
I hope I don't have to, but I'm the type of player that I'm going to leave everything that I have on the court, and hopefully that's enough. I was beat down because of the physicality of what was happening within the game, and I didn't have it to compete with them.
Michael Jordan went down, and he is grimacing in pain.
That's when I really started to physically build my body up.
Yeah, because the Detroit Pistons and all the teams were really beating his ass up out there, like, and they were throwing him around. Like, when he would go to the rim, they would try to fucking kill him when he went to the rim.
Myself up for that type of beating.
Easy.
From that year on, I got stronger because that became as important as anything else.
Pro Plan. Fuel for life.
That's one thing that I feel like is underrated with Kobe and MJ is their strength, how freaking strong they were because they were in the gym 24/7.
Headaches in adults with chronic.
I've really set a standard for myself, which is normal. But then you have to step it up another level to be above normal.
What motivates me is the unknown. No one knows. They can all speculate, but no one really knows. And when you look at my career from high school all the way up through to the pros, no one knew what Michael Jordan was capable of. And my
40-year-old Michael Jordan just went up and grabbed that ball two-handed, straight out the dude's hands. What?
No one knew what Michael Jordan was capable of. And
right out of his hands, and just grabbed it.
Myself, I didn't know, but I didn't let that stop me. And I let that motivate.
And people say MJ wasn't him at 40. MJ Wizards was crazy. Like, bro, and if he had a team around him, people are like, oh, LeBron at 42 is better than MJ at 40. Maybe LeBron's athleticism is better than MJ's still, but MJ was still a problem at 40, and he had a shitty team around him. LeBron was on the Lakers with a great team around him. That's the difference.
More so.
Michael Jordan was on the Wizards. I don't know one other player that was on the Wizards with Michael Jordan.
Than anything that, as long as it's unknown, that means I have a chance. You know, and that's the way I pursued my whole career. No, I'm nervous. I think if you're not nervous, then you shouldn't be here. And it's a sense of nervousness because we're starting to venture down an alley that we hadn't seen in a long time. You know, and I think nervousness brings excitement. These are the games that.
See, as much as I like LeBron, I done said a lot of people were saying he should have, or I don't know if he might have even made it on there, but I said this year was the first year I would say LeBron didn't deserve to be on the All-Star team. Because, like, realistically, there's more All-Stars throughout the league than LeBron. Like, LeBron's numbers this year just didn't back it up. But he's LeBron James, so of course they're going to put him in the All-Star game. But, like, he didn't actually deserve to be in the All-Star league this year.
You know, Coach Smith used to tell me about.
Or the All-Star team this year. I'm not sure that he did make it, but.
You know, these are the fun games, you know, when anticipation is so high and the expectation is to go out and play a hard game and, you know, let whoever put the hardest work on the basketball court decide to win.
For real, yeah.
And who's going to win. And, you know, it's no different. Nobody said that Chicago Bulls are immune to this. I think this is a gut check for us, and, you know, I kind of like it.
No, you know, for one time, my principal advised me to go to an Air Force Academy because he felt that after I finished college, I have a job. So I said, no, I don't want to go that route. So I decided to go to the University of North Carolina. A lot of people didn't expect me to do so well, but I guess that was a challenge that I faced. And sometimes you have to face those challenges and see what happens.
I will not quit this game because of what the media has done to me or what other people have done to me. I will quit this game because my skills are diminished. I can't find the challenges to keep pushing myself. My love is always going to be there, but my pride won't let me leave because someone else is going to push me out. I'm going to leave on my own terms.
I like that answer. And
I don't think too many athletes have that opportunity to do. And that's what I want to do whenever it comes my time.
Well, I just tried to. They made me work on the offense as well as on the defensive end, and you know, it's always great to go against some challenges like that and just see how you stack up against some of the best two guards in the league. And you know, I think when our team winning has really put some pressure on them because they hadn't really had the help that I've had on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. So you know, I'm happy with the way I played against both of those guys. I mean, that's just one game, and I'm pretty sure they was as excited as I was to compete against.
3 years of playing some solid basketball. Scottie Pippen and I have played basketball for, you know, almost 12 straight months, and now, you know, it took its toll on us. But you know, we had so much desire and determination to get to this point that we were not going to give up. At least if we were going to go down, we were going to go down fighting with every energy that we had. We're going to put it on the basketball court.
It was tough, you know. It was tough in the sense that I was more competitive than I ever was because I wanted to win more than I ever did, you know, because of some of the bumps in the road.
For a competitive junkie like me, golf is a great solution.
Facts, especially after you're retired. Yeah, he's not lying. It's something safe that he can still be competitive at.
Because it smacks you in the face every time you think you have accomplished something. Oh! That to me is...
Always got that big-ass cigar in his mouth.
It's taken over a lot of that energy and that competitiveness for basketball.
Do you think sometimes that the way you play could shorten your career? Because you play so hard, you're the nucleus of the success in Chicago. And I don't mean to embarrass you or put you on the spot so you have to diss your partners. But you have to really play hard. Does that hurt you physically?
No, because when I play hard all the time. You know, there's no turn it on here, turn it off here. It's just 110% at all times. So, you know, if I burn out...
See, I love those answers, man, because you just don't see this no more, bro. It's... People don't play 110% anymore. They just don't. And it's hard. Like, I hate it. Michael played defense and offense. Kobe played defense and offense. A lot of these players nowadays just lollygag on defense and they don't play, and then they're half-assing it on offense even, and it's just not.
I burn out. That means my career's short. I go play golf somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just never, in my whole life, I've never paced myself. It's all just go out. And...
If Michael only won 3 championships, are we still saying he's the greatest of all time? I think I am. Even if he only won 3 or 4, I still think he was the greatest of all time.
do your best. And a lot of people worry about me burning out, and I never had the time to worry about it.
It evolved to be more of a mental challenge for me than a physical, you know, and that's one of the reasons that I still play the game, because I can challenge myself.
I never feel that I'm at my best. I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved. Even though it's been very successful for me, I still feel I have a lot to prove, not just as a player, but as a person, as a father, to some extent as a role model in all aspects. So I'm never really too complacent with myself.
That's the good thing, though. It's never a good thing to be complacent. Like, it's never a good thing to just be okay with your situation. You should be trying to better your situation every day. You know what I mean? Like, you should be trying to get up, do something that either you enjoy or something that you want to get done, or just anything like that. Just being complacent and sitting around doesn't help nobody.
With what I've achieved, when I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game. I still feel that I have a plateau that, you know, I hadn't reached yet in terms of my skills or my expectations of myself. You know, I'm always going to expect myself to do, you know, certain things or surpass certain things. As long as I believe that, then, you know, my road to success is going to continue to expand.
I mean, what else can I say? The next year I come back, I broke my foot. I was out for 65 games. And when I came back, I wanted to play. You know, he and the doctors, they came up with...
When did he break his foot? What year was that?
This whole theory that you can only play 7 minutes a game, but I'm practicing 2 hours a day. You know, I'm saying, well, I don't agree with that math.
He said, I don't agree with that math.
You know, and back then it was about whoever had the worst record get the most balls and the ping pong balls, and, you know, you can decide what pick you're going to have, but I didn't care about that. I just wanted to win. I wanted to make the playoffs. You know, I wanted to keep that energy going in Chicago. So I had to go in his office and sit down with him. And I said, Jerry, you know, I feel like I shouldn't play more than 14 minutes. I'm practicing 2 hours. He says, MJ, I think I have to protect the long term of investment that we've invested in you. And I said, Jerry, I really think I should be able to play. He said, let me ask you this. He said, if you had a headache, and, you know, at that time it was about 10% chance that I can re-injure my ankle or my foot. He says, if you have a headache and you got 10 tablets and one of them is coated with cyanide, would you take the Tylenol? And I looked at him, I said, how bad is the headache?
How bad is the headache?
Depending on how bad the headache.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. Michael Jordan says, how bad's the headache? Man, that was a good one, man. If you guys have any other videos you would like me to react to, put them down in the comments, man. It's Still Alive checking out.